Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rare Book Cafe, the coffee break edition. I'm Linn at the Ridge Books in Calhoun, Georgia, and joined today by my co-host, Richard Mori of Mori Rare Books. And Richard seems to be at a book fair somewhere in New York State, I
I
believe.
am. I am Lee. Hello, everybody. Let me just quickly show you because this is exciting. I can do this. I did this before in a test, and now the test is not working. I
Well, we don't want you to lose any customers over
well,
us.
I'm not going to lose. I'm trying to get my now. Oh, here it is. Got it. So this is where I am.
Oh,
This is
wow.
Madison, Belkville, New York. This is one of three large tents on this field. And the rest of the town has got a lot of dealers spread out all over another half a dozen or more fields. This I'm in tent A. So if you're under Madison, Belkville or nearby, come and see me.
Is it all books or
Oh,
antiques or
this is an antique show.
okay?
So just one of many antique shows that I go to. So so
Looks great. Wish we were there.
yeah, I've been
Yeah.
buying, done
And
a
I,
little bit of buying. Matter of fact, Matt, I bought a whole um, tub of Hardy Boy books.
Ooh, cool.
of course you
Yeah,
did.
of course I
And
did.
also with us is our other host, Matt Whalon of Whalon Books in Lakeland, Florida,
Hello,
in his
everybody.
warehouse, uh,
Office.
always. And it's just be the three of us today. And I suppose I'm our guest to talk about a recent acquisition that I have. And I suspect that you two are going to know more about this subject than I do because my knowledge has been acquired in the last few days, I'm afraid. About a week ago, a friend here in Calhoun called me to say that he would like to sell his Conan collection of paperbacks, plus some other science fiction, and Lord of the Rings, also paperbacks, and would like for me to handle it for him. And I didn't know what to expect. My knowledge of Conan was that Arnold Schwarzenegger played him in the movies, and that was really about it. When I said that to my son Gardner on the phone last night, he laughed, assuming everybody should know about Robert Howard and Conan and everything, but I didn't. So I've had a good bit of research to do. There are in the collection that Bill brought me 70 Conan or Conan related paperbacks. The
Wow.
bulk of it is the complete 42 volume run from Tor Books from around 1979 to 1997. All but two of them are first printings.
Wow.
And yeah, it's really exciting. But I brought three just to show. This is a fairly early one, Conan the Invincible. These are all by different authors based on Robert Howard's original character Conan and the world around Conan that Howard developed. This is Conan the Invincible by Robert Jordan, and it's a fairly early one and is one of the ones that's not in as good a shape as some of the others. It has a tear on the back, but still a solid book. Um, in the middle of the pack, we have Conan the Bold by um, um, John Maddox Roberts, and you'll notice that the lettering is consistent on them. The whole series has the lettering the same. And then we have at the very end of the run, Conan and the Death Lord of Thanza by Roland J. Green. And those are only three of probably 7 or 8 writers that contributed to this series. Um, the cover art is by different artists. This one is Keegan. Some of these are, let me think. Ken Kelly did a lot of these, but it's the complete 42 volumes of Conan in the Tor Fantasy series, and they are for sale. But also in this wonderful lot of things were some from different publishers as well. Robert E. Howard, um, was born in 1906, died in 1936, wrote not just in this fantasy genre, but did a lot of other things as well. He only wrote, I think, 21 Conan stories, most of which were published in Weird Tales between 1933 and 1936. And many of those stories then appear in some of these volumes. And some of the volumes are brand new stories based on the world of Conan that Howard really outlined, where Conan was from, what his early life was like, things like that. And I had no idea that there was this enormous universe out there of Conan, of Conan, and not just the Tor series, but early on, there is a series from Lancer. Let me find one of the, I can find one of the Lancer ones. Well, oh, here we go. This is just Conan, which was #1 in the Lancer series. And this one is, does have some of Robert's original stories, and it has been edited by and added to by Sprague de Camp and Lynn Carter, whose names appear on a lot of the Conan material. This does not state who the illustrator is. It doesn't. Most of the books have this map of the world of Conan in the front, by different artists, I think. But it's really fascinating. And this, I have, I think, 6 volumes of this set. And then this is from Bantam. This was the movie tie-in from Bantam. You see that? And this was written by DeCamp and Carter, based on the Howard stories. And let's see if it says who this cover art. We're going to get to some cover art in a minute. And a lot of these are first printings. This one is, okay. This is from, let's see. Then we have Ace. We have, if I can find the Ace ones. Okay, here are a couple from Ace. This one is Conan the Conqueror. And in reading about this, and y'all may know more about this than I do, Howard had one incomplete novel, which may be this one, because it says a complete novel by Robert Howard, edited by DeCamp. So I'm not sure. But the interesting thing about this is who the cover painting is by. And I know, Richard, you're going to tell us who that is. Except Richard just disappeared.
Looks like a Boris Vallejo, maybe?
Huh?
Boris Vallejo, maybe?
No. Frank Frazetta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have some of Vallejo's in here too. But this is a good many of these Ace ones are Frazetta, including this one, Conan the Usurper. And this has a back illustration as well. But this one is, I'm listing these by publisher for the most part, except for some that I've pulled out as, kind of special, including this one, which is Conan the Mercenary by Andrew J. Offutt, and with illustrations by Moroto. And they are just wonderful. Not just the cover art, but black and white illustrations all throughout the book. But the neat thing about this one is that it is a signed copy. So we have it signed by Offutt on the title page.
Very cool.
Yeah,
The,
and
the
it's
Ace
in really
books,
nice shape. One of the better condition of these. We also have some from Bantam. Find where that went to. Oh gosh, 70 books is a lot to keep up with for me.
sure. Any
Okay.
of
So
the
the,
hardcovers from Robert Jordan? Getting
No,
those signed is very hard.
yeah, well, there are no hardcovers in this. Um, a lot of them were purchased at a store in Atlanta called Book Snook, which is probably not there anymore, and had the stamp from the store inside, like the front cover. Um, there also is okay. This was something I did know a little bit about. Um, um, TSR, who did Dungeons and Dragons, and Dungeons and Dragons was came along in my boys, time, did this series called Endless Quest, and these are what they call make your own adventure books.
Yes.
You read the basis for the story, and then you have a choice of two outcomes, not just a final outcome, but how the story develops. And it says in here, you, Conan, can fight unarmed against my champion wrestler. If you want to do that, turn to page 69. Or you can have a head start running from my camp before I send my warriors to hunt you down. If that's your choice, turn to page 93. So I have two of those, Conan and the Prophecy and Conan the Outlaw. So those are kind of interesting as well. And then, I pulled this one. This is from Sphere Books in London, Conan the Warrior, and it has three of Howard's original stories edited by the camp, and with let's see, what does it say? It doesn't say about the doesn't say anything about the cover art, but it's just. But anyway, that's what this one is.
So you
So
said that you were
it's
planning to sell these by publisher or by
okay.
like the series?
I want to sell the tour one complete, intact. And I haven't finished with the others yet, but so far, where there's just like 6 or 7 books per publisher, I'm listing them as a group by publisher. Some I have pulled individually, like that Offutt signed one, and this Koenig, this one, few others, and I've got probably, I don't know, I haven't done Bantam yet. I've got Ace listed, so I'm still working on them. But I particularly the tour set I would like to do as a whole thing. Especially the fact that they're most of them are in very nice shape, and most of them, almost all of them, are first printings. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that's
The
kind of what I had to do. Um, but the research on it was just fascinating. For example, DeCamp, who was really instrumental in taking Howard's early work and helping develop this whole realm of swords and sorcery, that then brought on Dungeons and Dragons and continued the Conan legacy, lived to be 92. And he was in the Naval Reserve and became a lieutenant commander in the Naval Reserve. And during World War II, served as a researcher at the Philadelphia Naval Yard, along with Isaac Asimov and Robert Heinlein. And
wow.
I thought that was really interesting. I found a picture of the three of them together on a boat, on a ship. So it has been for me a real education, and a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to do well by Bill's collection. But it's like I said, my son laughed at me when I didn't seem to know anything about this last night, because this is really his field
yeah,
and not
yeah.
mine.
Just one second.
Yes.
I'm
Did you want
trying to.
to?
I'm trying to mute. I apologize. And there.
Oh, okay.
So one thing that's interesting, is, of course, this whole 1970s era. Very, very good for that in terms of paperbacks and just that genre in general. The Gore series, somewhat infamous, coming out around the same time. A lot of the same themes, a lot of the same art. Boris Vallejo and all of his art,
Yeah.
really becoming popular around that era. Um, I would suspect, just based on my own experience with selling other paperbacks by them, like Lord of the Rings, the Ace paperbacks would probably be very desirable, though I bet you those might sell first.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of a dilemma, though, Lee, that I actually would like to present to you.
Okay.
Because Conan is not exactly big in the public consciousness right now and hasn't been for a long time. Of course, there was Conan the Barbarian,
Right.
and then
And
there was
all of
Conan,
this is pre 2000
right?
stuff. Yeah, I realize
Conan
that.
the Conqueror, of course. But guess what? 80-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually coming out of retirement to make King Conan, which is starting production next year and will be coming out, I believe, in 2028. So you have the dilemma of saying, do you want to hold on to these for 2 years and potentially have a much higher profile for throwing these up on the internet for people to buy?
That is a dilemma. Um, when you're dealing with an 83-year-old customer
That's the problem.
and an 81-year-old bookseller, that is a dilemma and
And an
something.
80-year-old actor.
And an 80-year-old actor, right? If we all survive till 2028. That I'm glad to know that, though. See, I knew y'all were going to know a lot more about this than I do. This was just not, but it is. I'm going to continue listing, and we'll see what happens. And if I still have them in 28, then we'll, kind of worry about that then. But because sometimes I know I had a couple of nice copies of True Grit when the second movie came out, and I thought those will be snapped up in a hurry, and
Right.
they weren't. You know,
It's
so you don't
strange
ever
like that
know.
sometimes,
You
but
just don't ever know. But I don't know whether we want to talk about this on this program or we want to save it for another one about what I do have with the Lord of the Rings books that he brought me.
oh,
Um,
Oh, well,
I'd love
we
to
what,
hear
want,
all about it anytime.
I'd like
okay,
to hear
all
that one.
right. Well, what I have is the Ace unauthorized set from 1965.
Just out of my reach over here.
Just out of your reach over there. Well,
I've sold it several different times.
well, is it likely to find a market?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Those books will
Okay.
out the door.
Okay. Well, I have already listed it, so I'm hoping that maybe it does.
What's it listed at, Lee?
Richard, is he going to get something?
Yeah.
That was exciting.
What's it listed at? How much?
Well, I have it listed at $450.
Yeah, that's market.
Is
Out
that
of three?
about
Yeah.
is that about right?
Yeah.
The copies that were online range from $500 to $800.
Yeah.
And this one has got, I mean, it's been read, it's got some wear. So I have done that, and we'll see.
Yeah.
It's been fun. And I've still got a whole box of individual science fiction books to go through. I mean, they're all paperbacks, of course, but I know there's Asimov in there. There's some well-known people in there, and I haven't even looked in that box yet. I also have some hardcover crime novels by Andrew Vachss, Vachss. I had never heard of him. And I have 6 hardcover with dust jackets, 4 of which are signed. And they're not particularly valuable, but there's something else that I will be listing. And for anybody out there who is interested, it's theridgebooks.com.
I could not place the name immediately, but I know the face because this gentleman that you just mentioned, Andrew Vachss, he has a very distinctive look where he always wears an eye patch.
Yes,
and
yes.
Very, very distinctive once I remember the name.
Yeah, that's him. And I read crime novels all the time, and I had never heard of him. But I do have those, and like I said, 4 out of the 6 are signed first edition. So that was nice too. The My friend appeared with 4 big boxes of books the other day, and and one box is just really reading copies of Lord of the Rings, and not even we tried to put my son and I tried to put sets together yesterday, and I couldn't even put a lot of sets together. Like there would be one edition that would have 5 copies of the Two Towers and none of Return of the King, things like that.
Are
But
those the Ballantine ones from the 70s?
It's a variety of things. It is a variety of things, and I really didn't even look at them. Will was over here, and he wanted a couple of them to put better copies with some sets he had, and pull some, and so I'm not even real sure, what they are. But I think but then some of them are not in very good shape. I think one was chewed up that I think we're just going to have to throw away. But there are some reading copies in there, and somebody who's looking for reading copies, that would be certainly would be a possibility. I'm going to put together the sets I can and see what I've got there.
I actually saw something on the internet yesterday that was a real shame. One of those horror moments as a bookseller, where somebody was apparently cleaning out an old rundown house in the UK and actually found a set of early impression Lord of the Rings that were just covered in mold. It was awful.
Oh gosh.
Awful. But one of those like horror moments as a bookseller, you see that and say, oh gosh. Any history of Middle Earth in that collection at all? That's actually becoming very popular these days.
No.
Okay.
It's strictly just the 3. Well, I think there was 1 Hobbit, but
Okay.
other than that, it was strictly just the 3 volumes. And yeah, I'm sure of that. I think there was just 1 Hobbit in there, and that was it.
Gotcha.
So that's what I've been doing the last week. It's been fun and a real eye opener for me. Stuff I didn't know, and we'll see how it goes. Alan is going to put up some other pictures. I sent him pictures of the spines of all of the 42, and he's going to put those up. So,
oh, cool.
Anyway, and there are also a few books in there that, like this, The Blade of Conan was a tribute book to Howard. Can't really see that. It's too much glare on there. By maybe 24 different writers.
Yep.
With short stories about that, and I think some of them are also based on some of Howard's other characters, Solomon Kane, King Cole, on those. So that's another. There was a couple of that I haven't even gotten to yet. There are those.
Was actually a word on Jeopardy that somebody did not get recently that I was yelling at my television, the word pastiche, the tribute written like Arthur Conan Doyle type of thing.
Yeah.
One of those funny things that we know, but
that we know and nobody else
never
does.
Heard that term.
No, I actually was trying to think of that. I think Alan was on this quest with me. We were trying to think of what you call that one day. Yeah. And we were having senior moments, but it finally came. Finally did. So that is it. So, Richard, you look like you're going in circles there. I think he's on mute.
I am. So
great business today.
I've actually done 2 sales. I just sold a first edition signed of Drums Along the Mohawk.
Wow.
And a very nice Sabuda pop-up. So
well, good.
I did hear most of what you said. I thought I would just show you this since we were talking Tolkien. This is a first London edition set in multiple printings, different printings. But this in the jacket.
Look like they're in nice shape.
They are in nice shape.
Yeah.
Those jackets are so iconic and hard to find. That's why they've been recreated so many times for the new editions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly right. But the only thing I missed on the Conan, did you talk about Frazetta?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I
'Cause
showed a couple of them that
yeah,
had.
his covers are iconic on.
They are. And let's see. No, that's not one of them. I did. Oh, here's one. I did show a few of those.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this
really
one, which also has it on the back.
Is
Yeah.
that an ace or a bantam?
What?
Is that an ace or a bantam?
This is a ace.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was ace.
Yeah. Of the ace ones I have, I think I only have 7, and I think 3 of them are Frazetta and
Yeah.
3 of them are Morodo.
Well, somebody sent you some nice things.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, yeah.
I'm real happy with them. I'll be happier when they fly out the door, but it's been a real education and a lot of fun to deal with. I'm sorry that my son Gardner is not here because this is his kind of thing, and he would be just geeking
he
all
would
over
love it.
these.
He would love it. Yeah.
He would
I love
love it. He would. So anyway, that's what I have today. Thank you everybody for joining us. And anything else y'all need to bring up?
No, I'm going to be here all week, and next week I'm on Cape Cod, and then on to Brimfield.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. And we'll don't forget we can be found on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and as a podcast, and brought to you in part by the Florida Antiquarian Book Fair. And so stay tuned. If you have suggestions for guests or for topics, please let us know. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
A good adventure book should look as though it has survived one. These Conan paperbacks plainly have. They have ridden in cars, waited in airports, and kept company through more than one late night. That is an honourable condition for any book.